Hey there, how are you? How's it going? Welcome to another video, and today we are going to talk about the things that I hate about living in Malta. Okay, so first of all, I just want to say that this video doesn't mean to offend anybody or hurt the sensibility or anybody. It is just that a description of what kind of thing you could find when you are in Malta, which are not all negative, as I'm going to say in this video. Actually, to be honest, I would say that most of them are positive, and in fact I made another video talking about the 5 things I love about living in Malta. So if you really are interested in that, definitely I encourage you to check it first. But today we are going to talk about those things that are not that good in Malta, are actually very bad things. And the first thing that I'm going to talk about is going to be the public transport. Okay, so this is something that should have its own category because it doesn't really work well here in Malta. Although you can actually trust public transport to go anywhere, you are just gonna spend more time. The thing is that there are many things that doesn't work on it, and the main things have to be with the fact that the buses doesn't stop at the time that is indicated in the bus stop or in the app. So it usually takes like 20 to 30 minutes later. It really depends on the bus route, but usually goes later than the indicated in the bus, or sometimes even a little bit earlier, like 10 minutes earlier. So which means that whenever you are checking what time the bus is coming, you cannot really rely on that, and you never know when the bus is coming, which is a little bit of very disorganized thing, and I really hate about that. It's something that, it makes you wait unnecessarily more time in the bus stop. Anyway, so that's another thing. And another thing related to that is the fact that there sometimes you find the buses with the same route number coming into the bus stop one after another, and it is something that it usually again doesn't make sense. Usually the first bus that came from those are going to be very busy. The second one, of course, is not going to be busy because all the people were jumping to the first one. And this usually happens when, for example, the bus doesn't come at a specific time spot that they should be coming. So what happens is that in the next time spot there are 2 buses from the same route that are coming. So and that is not very cool, again, as I said before. Okay, so another thing related with the bus is that in summer, especially in peak hours, you will find that it is basically impossible to take the bus sometimes because they are too full. So it usually again happen in summer and in peak hours, and you will find that after having waited in the bus stop for 20 to 30 minutes, then when you see the bus coming, the bus doesn't really simple stop, so you have to wait maybe another 20 or 30 minutes for the next one to come, and it is something that is again very, very annoying. It is not ideal. Okay, so another thing related with the buses is the fact that some of them have low maintenance, and you can really see that in the PA system of the bus. So the PA system, when I say PA system, I mean the voice that tell you where the bus is going to stop next, and so on. So sometimes there is a kind of issue with that system, and the sounds it makes is so strong and so annoying that I don't know why they are still putting that in that moment. And I'm gonna put you an example right now. So I'm not sure if you are able to get this annoying sound that it's making with that video that I just put you right here, but to be honest, that sound is usually very, very bad. And the last time I was in one of those buses, I really want to kill myself or something because it was so annoying. Okay, so another thing related with the buses is the fact that whenever they close any bus stop, there is no any indication for part of the driver or the PA system, which means that suddenly the bus starts changing its route, and there is not any information about that, and you are like, what's going on? Did they take a wrong bus, or what's happening here? Okay, so there is little information for part of the driver or the PA system. And also the last thing about the bus is that whenever you take the bus, even if you get to get a seat, it is not usually a comfortable experience. And in fact, you will find that, especially when the buses are getting into the roundabout, the bus is like going and then stop, they're going, stop, going, brake, and you are like tung, 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 tung. And I don't know if I explain myself well, but it is something that is very, very annoying and uncomfortable when you are in a bus, which shows that probably the bus drivers here are not very good drivers. And that will take us to the next point, which is the second thing I heard about living in Malta, which are the drivers. Okay, so that's the second thing, and that is actually another big thing. So if you think that you can skip the public transport and instead get a car, maybe it's still not the ideal thing because of the thing that I'm about to tell you right now. So first of all, you will find very often that drivers doesn't usually respect the traffic signs, or they are just going in a very fast speed when they are into narrow and short street where there is no need to really go that fast. And it is something that I still don't understand why they do that. And another example is that, again, related to the roundabout, when there is a roundabout, there are usually cars very often that they try to get into the roundabout, even though there is another car that is already in the roundabout coming, which means that the car that is already in the roundabout has to brake and have to almost stop just to allow the other car getting into it. They cannot just wait until they are able to go. They have to just get into it, which makes it very, very dangerous. Again, so that's another example, and it is not a very good driving experience here in Malta. Also, if that was not enough, there is also some things that you will also experience in Malta when you are living. Doesn't matter if you are driving or no. So for example, you will see a lot of people swearing while driving, beeping, or maybe they are driving on the phone. They are using the phone while driving, which make it very dangerous. They are also usually using a lot the horn. And this is something that you don't even have to get outside home to realize it, because from home you hear a lot of car with the horn all the time, which makes a lot of noise, and again it contributes to the noise contamination that I talk about in the pros and cons video. Again, that is not basically very nice. Again, it is not strange here that people or some drivers get out of the car just to confront other drivers. So again, this is something that it is not gonna make the best experience for you staying in Malta, whether you are a driver or not. Okay, so let's go now with the third thing that I heard about living in Malta, and it's going to be about the traffic. Okay, so the traffic here, you have a car, you are planning to get a car, it is actually horrible. Actually, it is bad, because there are usually huge queues and huge traffic jams, especially in peak hours, as you can imagine, or whenever they decide to close a road for some reason. They usually do in a very disorganized way, and it's very chaotic, to be honest. Again, so people really get so stressed, drivers here really get so stressed when they have to drive. They realize that in order to get into a short distance, they have to spend maybe 30 or 40 minutes because there is a road closed and there is a huge traffic jam, and if there is no organization, it is such a chaotic thing. So yes, of course this is not something that happens all the time, but again, whenever you have this kind of road closure, then it is usually when you see those days when it is so chaotic and disorganized. And away from that, of course, during the peak hours every day, you will find a lot of traffic jam as well. So yeah, you are going to take sometimes if you have to commute to work, for example. And probably the causes about this happening is the fact that Malta has such a narrow street, very narrow street, which means that there are not many cars that can go through at the same time. And also the fact that there are many cars in Malta. There is a lot of cars in Malta. In fact, if you count the number of vehicles in Malta, there are about 1,509 vehicles per every 1,000 license owner, okay, so driving license owner. So this is just a statistic that I leave you right there, but yeah, there are many cars, and to be honest, and as I just told you before, the public transport system doesn't make it better in order to help to that car issue. Okay, so this is everything when it comes to the traffic, and let's go into the next point. And the thing that I hate about living in Malta is the street planning. Okay, so it seems that I'm going to talk more here about the road, but to be honest, most of the things that are not very cool in Malta have to do with the road, to be honest. And this point is about street planning, and street planning not only for cars but also about the pedestrian experience. When you are a pedestrian, you usually find that there are paths where there should be probably a crosswalk or something, but there is no a crosswalk, which means that you have to cross, or you have to wait until the cars stop coming in order to cross to the other side. Or sometimes you find that the crosswalk there is a crosswalk, but it's very far away, so you either need to walk all the way to the crosswalk and cross, and then coming back, spending like 5-10 minutes doing all that because maybe that is far away, or simply just risk it and just walk, which is of course not ideal because it's dangerous. But yeah, the street planning makes a lot of people doing that because it looks like the person who planned the street really think about the pedestrians. So that is the thing. Another thing is that you usually find that there are many streets that doesn't have a sidewalk or a pavement, which means that sometimes you are walking in the sidewalk, and suddenly the sidewalk finish and there is no more sidewalk, which means that you have to keep walking in the road with all the cars coming, and it's so dangerous. And I don't know why this is like that, and again, this makes a very dangerous experience, and I think it is not cool or ideal. Another thing related to the street planning is the fact that sometimes you find some bus stops that are literally in the road, so there is no even a specific pavement part where the bus stop is and the people can wait for the bus. So basically the bus stops are basically in the road, which means that you have to wait in the road, so with all the cars coming and all the things that it can bring, and of course it could make dangerous. So again, this is not something that all the bus stops are like that here in Malta. In fact, the great majority are good bus stops, but the thing is that it is very often to find example like the one I just said, bus stops just in a road, so you have to wait in the middle of the road, and it is just no ideal. There is no a logic for that. Saying that, let's move into the fifth thing that I hate about living in Malta, and this has to be with the constructions. So finally we move away from the road and we got into the constructions, which is, I don't know if you have ever heard about that or I have mentioned it before, but it is a big problem here in Malta, and it is probably the main reason why we decide to leave the Malta city center and go into the north. Okay, so because basically if you live in the center, you will find construction everywhere. It's almost impossible to escape from that. Usually construction work start at 7 a.m. and if you live in the center, you will most likely have a construction next door, or maybe a few roads down the road that you can still hear that noise, which means that you are not going to be able to sleep after 7 a.m. because they start really working on that construction work very early. So yeah, that's the thing that you should keep in mind. You are gonna probably have a hard time on sleeping, especially if you live in the central area of Malta. Okay, so that is a little bit of the 5 things I hate about living in Malta. And okay, now that I finished this, I just want to say that I don't really want to encourage you to come here to Malta just because of that. It is I make this video because I think that is something that you should know. It's something that you are going to be experiencing all the time. So in the same way that you should know about the good things about living in Malta, you should also know about the things that are not that good. And honestly, to be honest, I think the good things about living in Malta really overcome the bad things. So again, don't get discouraged to come to Malta just because of that, and just give it a try because I think it's totally worth it. Malta is such a beautiful country, and you definitely should have the experience if you really want to. So thank you so much for watching this video, and if you, by the way, are looking to relocate to Malta, I definitely encourage you to download the free Malta Relocation Essential Guide, which I will link right below, and definitely download it. And also very important, please, if you haven't subscribed and you have seen a few videos about me, please subscribe, because that's gonna help me keep doing videos like this, because videos like this are something that actually takes time. Saying you subscribing is something that is going to motivate me to keep making more videos like this, and also it's going to help other people because of YouTube algorithms to see those videos, and those people might find this information useful as well. Okay, so please subscribe, and again, thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.